The story related in Jeremiah 32:9 is surprising. God commands Jeremiah to buy land in Anathoth, a place surrounded by uncertainty and despair, in the midst of the imminent Babylonian invasion. To human eyes, it seemed like a meaningless transaction. How to invest in something that was about to be destroyed? However, this act was a sign of faith in the future and God's promise of restoration. Likewise, how often do we come across moments when everything seems to be falling apart? Our Anathoths can come in the form of financial difficulties, relationships in crisis, opportunities that seem lost, or dreams that seem unattainable. We look around us, and everything leads us to believe that giving up would be the most logical choice. However, God calls us to do something extraordinary. Act with faith, even when the scenario is bleak. Imagine the scene. Jeremiah weighs 17 shekels of silver, not just buying physical land, but investing in a future he couldn't see at that moment. This reminds us that faith is not based on what our eyes see, but on what God promises us. Each of us has an Anathoth that God asks us to invest. It could be a dream we hold close to our hearts, a change we desire in our lives, or a new journey we are afraid to begin. In a world that constantly tells us to be pragmatic and realistic, God calls us to be visionary. He challenges us to look beyond the immediate circumstances and see the promise He has in store. As we weigh the shekels of silver in our lives, we are invited to trust that the investment we make in our faith will bear fruit in due time. Maybe you are facing a situation where investing doesn't make sense right now. Maybe the voice of reason or even the voices around you tell you to give up. But remember, God has a plan that goes beyond the present moment. Just as Jeremiah trusted, even in the face of chaos, you can also trust that God is in control. This is not just a piece of land in Anathoth, but a future that God wants to build in your life. Maybe you're about to make an investment of faith, in a relationship, in a dream, in your own spiritual journey. Believe me, God is weighing every shekel. He is taking care of every detail, and, at the right time, what seems useless or meaningless today will become the basis of something new and great. Remember, faith is acting based on the invisible, believing in the impossible. May today you find in your Anathoth a fertile ground for hope, even if everything around you says otherwise. God is the Lord of all restoration, and He never invests in vain.